morning guys, I hope you've had an amazing week. I have had such a lovely morning. It's been so slow and warm, and I don't know, I've just had a chance to really be present and enjoy my pace this morning, which has been such a nice thing. While I've been reading my Bible this morning, I came across Revelations 3:15, and I guess I just wanted to share some of it with you because I found it really convicting, and it definitely made me think about the way that I approach God sometimes and maybe some ways that I could make a few changes. Basically, it's sharing about how the people of Laodicea are really lukewarm people and how they are trying to be godly but also to live in the world, and they say that they are rich and they say, I need nothing, I've prospered. With that, they've all lost their kind of consciousness of their own need for God and their own weaknesses, and they've become really self-sufficient while still being followers, I guess. And I can definitely relate to that. Like, I don't know if you can, but there are so many things in my life where I'm like, don't worry God, I'll push through this, I've got it handled. And I forget to lean on him because I want to show him that I'm capable, and I want to show him that I am, I guess in their terms, wealthy, and that I have the riches and I have kind of the tools in my own belt to take care of things. But if we go to God and we say, you know, I'm satisfied and I have enough and I need nothing, then are we essentially saying I don't need you and kind of rejecting him in some sort of form? I think so, and I think that maybe sometimes definitely I do that. And saying, you know, I have enough, I'm capable, I have this, me, it takes our eyes off of God and puts our eyes on ourselves. And then we slowly become blind to God's capabilities in our lives. But yeah, it definitely had me thinking. I made myself a little cup of tea before I went to read the word this morning. And I was thinking while I was praying about how tea, especially when you make it with honey like I did, is so sweet and satisfying, and it makes you feel like really energized and cozy, and it's comforting. But if you leave it be long enough and just leave it sitting there, then eventually it becomes lukewarm. And then if you leave it even longer, it gets this like gross film over the top and you don't want to have it anymore. And so you end up either pouring it down the drain or, you know, reheating it. I don't know, it kind of making that comparison with my relationship with God and the way that I am active in my seeking after him rather than passive. Like, am I enjoying the sweetness of God's presence with me? Am I allowing him to energize me and make me comfortable and make me feel at home and safe? Or am I kind of leaving him to the wayside? Because I think the cooler we let the tea get, or the cooler we let our relationship with God get, the less appetizing it seems to us as well, until sadly, you know, we might pour it down the drain and let go of it, or we have to kind of reheat it or make it from scratch, or peel back the layers of maybe walls we've built up around our relationship with God, or just like this film of disinterest. Over the past few years, I've definitely been more conscious of my ability to be complacent and to kind of think I've got a good relationship with God, but also to just appear like I have a good relationship with him. And it's something that I definitely want to prioritize more and more, and especially after last year trying really hard to kind of grow in that department, I've realized that I can't just rely on the fact that God is real to be the only thing that makes my relationship with him consistent. I actually have to be consistent, because in the same way as if you leave a friendship too long, then it becomes distant, and then it becomes harder to build that connection again. And sometimes you think you know who they are because they're so familiar to you that you don't bother trying, and those can be all things that kind of weaken that relationship. So yeah, and I think if we read further down a little bit more, I'm almost done. Those whom I love I reprove and discipline, so be zealous and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come to him and eat with him, and he will be with me. So the fact that God is calling us to repent from this lukewarmness is not because he thinks our faith isn't good enough, but it's that he actually stands at the door and knocks. And if we're leaving him to the wayside and being self-sufficient, then he's going to be there knocking for a long time, and we're going to be missing out on sharing that feast or sharing the sweetness of the tea with him. And I don't know about you, but I want to enjoy my life on earth with him. I want to enjoy the sweetness that it is to share my life with him, even though sometimes I'm really lazy about it and I'm trying to grow in that department. So yeah, I hope this is encouraging to you, just like that each and every one of us experiences that time in our faith occasionally when it says in the beginning of the scripture, you're neither hot nor cold. You're not all out, but you're not all in, and you kind of have a foot in the door and you feel like that's enough, but you also feel like it's lacking in some way and you're not actually receiving from it. And definitely something normal, definitely something that I struggle with, especially over like the past week or two. I've just been feeling a little bit lukewarm about everything faith-wise, but the only way you can work to counter that is just to start the process of warming things up again, and to start the process of taking that film off, taking that wall down that's kind of in the way, and either brewing the tea from scratch with God if you know you've been away that long, or to pop it in the microwave or on the stove and just slowly start to make things better with him. So yeah, that's kind of what I got out of it. He loves us and he doesn't call us to be alone. He wants to be with us. So yeah, he wants to be with you too. So I got all ready and dressed up into this Free People dress, and I did my hair in a little bun, and then my plans got cancelled last minute, so I am just chilling at home. And I thought now might be a good time to water my plants. This guy has been with us ever since we moved into our first house in Perth, and he's doing well. Like originally he was just propagated and in a cup, and now he is so big. Look, I don't know if the lighting is good, like here, this is how big he is. Also, while I'm doing a mini plant haul, I have one in the guest bathroom, and this is a peace lily, and the good thing about peace lilies is they show you when they're thirsty. Like they get really droopy. This yellow leaf needs to be cut off. And then in the guest toilet area, we have two other plants. We have this guy, and he hardly ever needs water, and then we have this guy, and he looks like he's due for another top up. I'm just gonna pop him in the bathtub and then I can water him in there. Also, I am definitely not an expert plant love, so if you know how to deal with yellow leaves like this one and what that actually means, I normally just cut them off because I'm like, oh, maybe that leaf is getting old. But if you know what that means, please help and tell me in the comments what the tip is to deal with those. And then I just pop him in the bath as well. And then I just use this little hose function. It's actually so helpful for watering multiple plants at a time. In my mind, it's like the plants are having a little field trip and like it's a rainy day. And that's why I like watering them with the little hose thing, because if I water them from the top, I don't know if the plants know the difference between just being watered like in the bottom of the pot or like being sprayed like it's raining, but I like to think like it feels refreshing for them because it feels like they're outside in their natural habitat. I don't know. Something really sad that's going to be happening in a few days is Justin is going away for work, and he's going for 2 weeks, so I'm going to be all on my lonesome. But yeah, I just got a little peek into our guest room. Look, he's packing up his stuff to go. If you live by yourself, comment and tell me what you do with your free time, because I actually don't know what I'm going to do being alone all the time. Like, what do you do? What do you do to fill up your hours? Normally I would talk to Justin or watch a show with him. I guess I could watch a show by myself, but yeah, I've never lived by myself, so this will be a new experience. And it's the first time, like, I've traveled for work and been away from him a lot, but it's the first time he's traveled for work and been away from me, and I've been at home all by myself rather than out keeping preoccupied and not noticing as much. So yeah, I would like to just get on my phone and scroll and like look at Instagram and TikToks for hours. Like, I'd love to waste my day away doing that, but I am trying to commit to not doing that. Ooh, gross. But I am trying to commit to not doing that as much as I have been. So I'm gonna paint.
Miles and miles on the clear blue skies. We drive straight as a narrow flies. Nowhere to be, no dreams to chase tonight. We've got time to waste, let's waste it right. You and I, heads up in the clouds. We caught up with the birds flying south. Nothing to see as the day turns into night. We've got time to waste, let's waste it right. We got time to waste, let's waste it right.
I ended up writing a bunch of letters for friends and family members, and I would show you, but they have addresses and full names on the front, so yeah. But I ended up like watercoloring all of the fronts of these envelopes and then writing letters on some stationery. And I really love the stationery. Actually, I got it as a going away present from my job. And at the bottom of the pages it has little Bible verses, so I feel like whenever I'm sending a letter, even if I don't directly mention God, there's still a little sliver of Jesus in there too. I think the next habit I want to take up when we get closer to winter is knitting. There's a girl who watches this channel who knits, and she commented the other week and I was like, oh, I really want to do that. But also I just follow a lot of accounts at the moment on Instagram where girls knit their own jumpers, and I watch YouTube videos where they like show all of the pieces that they've made in a whole year. And I don't know if I'd be able to get to that level of skill, but I think it could be fun trying. My problem is, like, once I know how to do it, I will just do it watching TV or whatever. And I was taught as a child how to do it, but I've completely forgotten. So I'd have to start from scratch. So I would have to work on like tension, and like, what if I want to make a cute little cable knit or something? That's going to be even harder. So it's just the initial scariness of a new habit that is stopping me. I don't know, do you guys have any habits that you want to start but are scared to start doing? Because I have like a whole long list of things that I'd love to try, but that I just don't do because I'm scared of starting. Like YouTube was a huge thing for that. When I was 16, I really wanted to make a channel. And now I regret that I didn't start it when I was younger. Because think of like how much practice I could have had, and I don't know, like I've just missed out on all of this time of making stuff because I was so scared to start. So I think now I'm more motivated to try things even if I will look silly starting, because of how rewarding YouTube has been. To me that was like, I guess, an experiment without me even knowing that succeeded. These plums are so good. Before I go, I wanted to show you some little thrift finds that I found. On TikTok there was this girl who recommended the Charles Street Red Cross in North Perth, and apparently it's where people go to drop off their really nice brands and their really nice items. And I only got 2 things because I'm trying to be watchful with how much I'm spending, but I wanted to show you anyway in a little try on haul. So the first thing that I got was this little dress from Faithful, the brand. I could not believe that someone just gave that away to Red Cross. Like, even if they wanted to get rid of it, I would have suspected that someone would sell something like this rather than give it away. But they lost my win because it is so beautiful. It's this beautiful light green color. I'll try it on for you right now. I think this is from a collection that they released quite a few years ago, because I remember I actually had a tab with the blue version of this dress on the website back when it was freshly released. But it's so pretty. It's got these puffy sleeves, a really cute v-neck, and if you're worried about it popping open, it actually has a little hook to keep everything close. It has these gorgeous little, can you see? It has these gorgeous little buttons, and the buttons actually, if I tilt the camera down, they actually go all the way down the side. I do not normally wear dresses that finish bang on my knee. I feel like that's not normally flattering, but for some reason with this dress I feel like it makes me feel really cool and sophisticated, and it is a nice length on me. So maybe I'll have to try dresses at this length in future. But really, really cute. I could not believe that I found this brand. Just, I'm still reeling from that situation. The fact that I found this at an op shop, that's crazy. And the second dress I found was from Verge Girl, and again, I would not think that someone would just donate a Verge Girl dress, but they did. It's really cute. It has a cutout on the back. It's a really soft sort of ribbed material. It is so cute, so comfy, like perfect casual, like errand running, going for coffee, going for breakfast sort of outfit. And really simple. I don't think I own any like bodycon dresses. I tend to go for more flowy dresses, so there is a part of me that's like, ooh, a little bit uncomfy, but it's cute, I think. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap the vlog up because I don't want it to get too long for you guys, because I know that that's a trap that I fall into all the time. But thank you so much for watching. I know that this was like a really simple sort of slow day, but you guys have reassured me that you don't mind me sharing those sorts of days, which is good because I've been having a lot of them lately. I would love it if you would let me know down below what your favorite thing to do is on a day when you don't have much planned. And yeah, I mean, as always, you can give me a little like or a subscribe, and I would love to have you join me every week. But yeah, I'm just really grateful that you watched. And every time I post a video, like even though this is the 40-something, I think, it just never ceases to floor me that people come and hang out with me in this little corner of the internet. And it was something that I wanted for so long, and now it's just something that we just casually do every week. So thanks for making that a thing with me. It's not just me posting, it's the fact that you guys actually, you know, interact and comment, and I'm like slowly getting to know more and more of the faces who tune in and just hang out with me every week, which is just so beautiful and fun. So thanks for being here. Have an amazing day, and I will see you really, really soon. Bye.
Miles and miles on the clear blue skies. We drive straight as an arrow